All right, Coach, just kind of, if you can, you've probably gotten a little bit more, seen a little bit more from St. Edwards than you did last time we talked to you. Just kind of talk about what they present as a matchup.
They present a lot of challenges. They can really shoot the basketball. They're big. They're strong. They got a little bit of the international game where they flop around a little bit and draw some fouls, and they're going to be tough to defend because they've got a lot of guys that can shoot the basketball. They got a really good point guard. Their off guard can score, kind of a little bit like Rooks from Commerce. They're a very good ball club, and then they go after offensive rebounds, and they play the game the right way. So they're going to be very tough for us to handle.
They average 86 points a game. Obviously, it's up and down. You think it'll come down to some stops for you guys though in this one?
Yeah, definitely. Defense is going to be huge for both teams. I think both teams like to get up and down a little bit, and I think 86 points is a lot, and I think they're very efficient as well. You know, they all shoot a pretty good percentage from three. They don't turn the ball over. They take care of the rebounds, and you know they're going to be a tough team for us to handle.
Who specifically do you think really needs to step up in this game that poses the biggest threat to St. Edwards?
I think the biggest threat for St. Edwards is probably it could be anybody. You know, it's any given night. It could be Ryan Quaid Grant, JoJo Murray, Gotch, Brandon Hall, Jordan Collins coming in off the bench, Eric Mosley maybe banging some threes in, Derek Geddes getting some rebounds. I think we've got a very good ball club, and so it could be anybody. I think, games like this, sometimes it comes down to a guy coming in off the bench, making some big plays, either hitting some shots or getting a stop on the defensive end.
Is that part of what makes you think, or what makes this team so successful? You don't have that one player that scores 42 points. It's spread out across the board, and everybody can step up when they need to.
Well, I'd take a player that scored 42. I wouldn't turn that down, but I think we've got some guys that could get to 40 in high 30s. I don't think we have a lot of selfish players. I think we play the game the right way, and we share the basketball. And any given night, there's going to be it could be 20 from Quay, it could be 20 from Ryan, JoJo, anybody. Gotch, I think banged in 6 or 7 threes in the first half of one game this year here. And so it's any given night, and if you take away one part of our game, somebody else will step up.
Thomas, your third straight regional final. This is St. Ed's first in school history. Do you think early in this game is important to kind of send a message to them?
I don't think so. I think they'll be ready to go. They're a very seasoned ball club. They've got, I think, 30 wins on the year, and they've played in some big games. They played, the Heartland's a good conference. They've beaten some good teams, and so I think they'll be ready to go. They've got some guys that, some former Division I players that have played at some smaller Division Is, and then they've got some guys that have been in the program for a while. But like I said before, they're big, they're strong, they're physical. They just move a little bit on some of these screens, and it's hard to get around them sometimes because they're big and strong. But we're pretty quick. We're going to try to use our quickness. We got some guys that are pretty strong too as well. So I think it's going to be a great college game. Hopefully we can come out on the right end.
Coach, the crowds were great this past weekend, and that was with the students on spring break. How rowdy are you expecting tomorrow's night game to be?
Well, I hope it is. I hope you're right, Zach. I hope it's something that our student section comes out. I know I had a couple coaches email me and text me, and hey, we're bringing our teams, and so that's always nice to hear from your colleagues, and so it'll be a lot of fun. I know the first 4 hours there was 600-700 tickets that were sold, and I think we're going to have a good crowd. Hopefully there's not a lot of Austin St. Edward fans coming up, but if there is, we'll get them in the FUB. We won't turn anybody away, and hopefully we can jam-pack that arena on Tuesday night.